Next guest we bring on the splash of gas is driver of the number one Chevy for Junior Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Carson Kvapil. Thank you for joining the show, Carson. Of
Yeah, thanks for having me.
course. Before we get into this year's action, big fan of late model racing. Seen you at Florence several times on the Cars Tour. How has the Cars Tour and late model racing prepared you for the Xfinity Series?
Yeah, I feel like the Cars Tour, obviously, it's super competitive, and it's a lot like the Xfinity Series, where the quality of race cars we have is quite similar. And seems like in the Cars Tour races, there's about 10 or 12 of them that you'd expect to win week in and week out, and it's kind of the same way for Xfinity. Obviously, it's not just a Saturday night late model show, right? There's a lot of really good cars, and there's a lot of money and really good teams and smart people working on the race cars. So obviously, Cars Tour is super competitive and it puts on some great racing, but it's because it's so hard to win those races, and the quality of race cars is really there.
Cool. Thank you for touching on that. You've been with JRM for some time now, like as you mentioned, through the late model ranks, and now for your first full-time Xfinity season. You make your first Xfinity Series start last year in Martinsville. How has it been to continue working with everyone at JRM and crew chief Andrew Overstreet as you make the step into Xfinity?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, obviously, I've been with JRM for the last few years now, running late models, and now with the Xfinity Series. So I kind of have a good relationship built up with a lot of the people there from running late models. So it wasn't like I jumped into a new team type situation. I didn't really know anybody. I kind of had already known everybody, and everyone was excited for the opportunity. And obviously, JRM's it's more than just a race team. It's a pretty type family feeling, a friendly group, I guess you'd say. It's not really a super business um, um, type of race team, I guess you could say, if that makes sense. It just seems like everyone's friends and everyone supports each other, and there's some really good people over there, that's for sure.
Cool. Seems like you got a good setup over there. You've been strong this year, racking up 9 top 10s and 4 top 5s. Most recent top 5 was a nail-biting finish in Atlanta between you and Nick Sanchez, where you come out with a second place finish. As mentioned, you grew up racing on short tracks. How have you found success at the bigger tracks, and what did you learn in Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the bigger tracks type stuff is more of my struggle. More so the mile and a half race tracks. Just it's completely different from everything I've known. I've known short tracks and tracks that are less than a half mile, and you got to lift and brake and really root and gouge, and the mile and a half stuff, or even the mile type race tracks. It's way different. It's more about the aero and where you position your race car and the track position and stuff like that. It's kind of been a struggle, but honestly, our speedway stuff, Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, every time we win, we feel like we have a really good package there. And obviously, every race I do, I learn more and more and get more aggressive and make smarter moves. But the guy just gave me a really good car and make it a lot easier for me just to go up and figure it out. And when you have a car that's capable of running top five, top 10 at the speedways, it really makes the decision making easier and whatnot, whatever you'd say there. So the short tracks have been kind of been the good runs for me this year as expected, but we ran good at the road courses too, and went to the speedways and had really good runs, or looking to have really good runs, and we get shuffled. So the biggest thing for me is just focusing on the mile and a half type tracks to get better at that.
Appreciate the honesty. Unfortunately, Indy didn't end the way you wanted. The .875 short track of Iowa is the fastest short track on the schedule. You qualify eighth and finish the first stage in the P6 spot. How is the number one Chevy feeling early in Iowa?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, we had moved our way up a little bit. And, obviously, it's still a first time track for me, so I'm still trying to figure it out. But we ran inside the top 10, started inside the top 10, moved up a little bit. And, we had a bad pit stop, fell back to outside the top 10. But the second stage, we were able to get ourselves back up to ninth, which was good. Put ourselves in a decent spot for the last stage. And honestly, we just made really good changes to start the third stage, and I think we I don't know what all happened. At some point, we had gotten up to um, fourth with 20 to go or so, and we were in a really good position. We had a really good car, but we were kind of struggling with the fire off speed and the short run pace, and obviously with the 15 to go restart, it was kind of our biggest struggle all day. We were fighting then, and we fell back a little bit to ninth. But I feel like if we were able to either work on it and change it, which I wish we would have, but it was kind of an inexperience on my part, or we had a longer run towards the end, I think we'd be in a really good position to try to go win the race.
Gotcha. As mentioned, you just talked about those two late restarts. What more do you think you needed to get up front?
Yeah, we were probably just a little too free, honestly. I mean, that at Iowa, I've learned it's kind of a balance. If you fire off really fast, you're going to end the run off the pace a little bit, just being too tight. But if you fire off pretty free and not with not a lot of speed or as much speed as others, usually you're going to end the run faster than them. So just didn't really play out for us. We needed a 40 lap, 50 lap run to the end. Instead, we got broken up race at the end with some restarts and stuff. Just really didn't play in our favor. But looking back, I wish I would have called some changes there to make that better. But it's part of the learning experience, I guess.
Yeah, 10-4. Appreciate the insight there. Throughout the weekend, many talked about the surface of Iowa and the different lines you could take. What worked best for you, and what was your opinion of the asphalt there?
Yeah, I honestly enjoyed it quite a bit because you could move around a little bit. I mean, obviously the bottom was pretty slick, but it was a really short way around, so you could really make up some hay through the center of the corner down there. But I mainly focused on trying to, I guess if you look closely, there's a sealer patch all the way around both corners.
Yes.
There's a sealer line, so for me, I'd either put my rights on or my lefts. If I was in clean air, just trying to go as fast as I could, I'd put my lefts on it and it would really help the car wrap around the corner and you get a big run down the straightaway. But most of the other guys were doing that, so whenever I'd catch up with some cars, I'd put my right sides on the line, just try to get some air on the nose and try to turn down under them to get off under on their left rear on exit.
Awesome. Could totally see those patches on the TV throughout the weekend and heard a lot of people talking about that. So appreciate you touching on that. We know the speed that JRM brings to the track each weekend. With teammates of Justin Allgaier and Connor Zilic each having success this season, along with you, how do you continue to focus on your own race plan and development?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to obviously it's my first year and there's gonna be some mistakes to be made and stuff like that, but um, I just try to focus forward on our deal. Obviously, our group is a really good group, and we're kind of all not all new guys, but we're kind of all trying to figure it out on our own, right? And whenever you have a group like that, it's just kind of all open-minded, and obviously you want to go run good, you want to go win races, but I feel we've had a shot to win races. We haven't broke through and gotten a win yet, but I feel like just focusing forward on our deal and trying to improve week to week and get better with each other and whatnot, and have some fast race cars has been the biggest focus for us. Just trying to do the best we can, do all we can, and never really give up on what we're trying to do.
Gotcha. Seems like you're super prepared for each weekend. Next race will be at the road course in upstate New York at Watkins Glen. The last time you're on a road course this year, you finished eighth in Sonoma. How are you going to use that as momentum going into the race this coming Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the road course stuff is not really my thing, right? But we seem to have good runs, and the guys give me really fast race cars, so I can learn a lot quicker. So, like Coda, I've been on Watkins Glen before, so coming back to a place that I've been before, whether it was in an Xfinity car or a CA2 car, I still think it's a big help. So, obviously, having the feel for the racetrack already, kind of going into it, I kind of know what to expect, what to prepare for, and I can try to improve on what I did there in the past in the TA2 car, but just trying to come in with an open mind with this Xfinity car. It's a little different than what I ran there before, so just trying to make those adjustments and just trying to prep like normal, trying to do the best we can.
Cool. Hope you can continue to be up front at the Glen this weekend. Last question. As the standings sit currently, you're eighth and the highest among the drivers without a win this year. With four races remaining in the regular season before the playoffs start in Bristol, how are you going to get the number one into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like either way, I think we have fast race cars week in and week out, right? So I think either way, we should be able to be safe to get in. I think we have a 95 point cushion to the bubble, so I think we're good there as long as we just keep knocking out good runs. But Honestly, like from race one, our goal is to try to win races. So that's definitely not going to factor our plans or anything like that or change them. So we're just going to keep trying to put fast race cars on the racetrack, and I'm going to try to keep doing my job of bringing them to the front and keeping them up front. So it'd be great to be locked in with a win, and obviously getting a win in general would be awesome. But just keep doing what we're doing. I feel like we keep gaining on it every week. Everyone keeps getting better. We just keep putting ourselves in position, and it'll come.
Awesome. Believe that as well for you. So thanks so much for your time, Carson. We'll be rooting you on this weekend at Watkins Glen and hope to talk to you soon. Thanks again,
Yeah,
man.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, bye.
See ya.